Hey, this is Daniel from Adorama. I'm here in my studio with Danielle, and we're gonna take some nice portraits today. I have a daylight studio, and it's usually really kind of airy in here, and it's nice to kind of get these really light photos. I was gonna do something with like the windows really bright and Danielle in this black. And Orlit had dropped off this flash for me to use. Unfortunately, it's actually pretty dark outside. So we're gonna have to play around a little bit to get it to look to the viewer like it's a bright sunny day. So let me show you how I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna use the small flash and I'm just gonna put it on my camera. Now, if you just put your small flash on the camera, it's obviously gonna create a very hard light because it's so little. But one thing you can do to make your light source larger is to bounce it off of something. So I've got a nice white wall right here. I've got my flash, obviously it's got, swivel head. This one is the Canon TTL version. So I'm using a Canon 6D and I'm gonna set, I wanna get kind of a airy look like I said. So I'm gonna set my lens wide open. So that's f4 on this lens. This is the Canon 24-105. And I'm just gonna dial in my shutter speed to a place that gets the windows looking the way I want. So I'm at 100 ISO. I think I'll go to 400 ISO because this camera can handle that no problem. And I'm going to go, I'm just looking at the meter on the top of my camera. I'm gonna go till it's about a stop overexposed based on the meter, which is 1/25th of a second. And I'm just gonna take a shot. I'm not gonna worry about the flash yet. It's actually off right now. I'm just worrying about my windows. There we go. I got nice bright windows, lights coming in. I even have like a little bit of a rim light on her. Obviously at a 25th of a second, there's a potential for movement. So I've definitely set a chair here and I've told my model, don't move. Well, she's very good like that. So I'll turn my flash on. Again, it's a TTL flash. All I should have to do is point it in the general direction of the wall and we'll bring the light in and we'll see what we get. Good. Nice. Actually, now that I see the two lights combined, I actually want to give it a little bit more light from the back, so I'm going to go down to a 15th of a second. Okay, so this is a 15th of a second, so good. Here we go. Nice. Hold. A little bit too much. This is not an exact science. You got to kind of play around with it a little bit. I don't want to blow out the windows too much and go outside the dynamic range of my camera. Yeah, this is nice. I'm actually really liking the way that the light from the back is giving like a little bit of a shape to her face, showing off her bone structure. Now, if I wasn't getting the light exactly the way I wanted it, the other thing I could do is incorporate a second flash, right? These flashes are designed to work with other flashes. In fact, this particular flash is designed to work with Canon systems. So I happen to have some Canon flashes. I've got the 600 EXR2T from Canon, and we're gonna put that one in slave mode. And Dave can just simply hold it and give us like, basically he's gonna replicate like the light from the windows. He's gonna come from that same angle, more or less, to give us a little bit of a rim light, which is controlled there. Let me just dial that in. Give it a little more power. Are you on B? A. You're A, okay. Okay, so I changed my mind. We were going for the nice bright shots and we got them. And then I thought, hey, why not try something with some hard light? Danielle's face can really take it nicely. So what I decided to do too was test the high-speed sync with this particular flash system. I'm using my two Canon flashes and then as the Orlit as my sender, and I've got it in high-speed sync. So what that means is I'm able to actually set my shutter speed above the normal synchronization speed of this camera. So I'm actually shooting right now at 1,000th of a second at f4, right? I'm still at 400 ISO because I was just there and I want all the pictures from this particular set to all be the same ISO, just so they're, when I'm doing my post, they kind of work out to be the same. So I left it at 400 ISO, but I'm at 1,000th of a second, which is much faster than you can normally sync with this camera. That's allowing me to get the studio completely black. So if I take a picture with no flash, black studio, which means that when I'm using these flashes, I have the head zoomed, I'm able to create, kind of cut my subject out of this black background, even though I'm in the middle of a big white room. So I have two flashes set up here. I just have Dave and Megan, who's our makeup artist, holding them. And essentially, Dave's pointing at Danielle's face, Megan at the back of her head to give her some separation. If I didn't use two flashes here, you'd basically lose her in the background. What we did do though, because the studio is white and light's bouncing around everywhere, is we zoomed the heads. So we set the flashes on manual zoom and we zoomed the heads to 200 millimeters so that they're only giving a very narrow spread of light. Super simple, no extra accessories, and we're able to get a very, very different shot than you would imagine from this space. So I feel like a speedlight is something everybody should have in their kit. And what I do like about this Orlit system is that it works with the Canon system. So if you've already got Canon flashes, or you're planning on getting Canon flashes in the future, you can get this and it'll just work well with what you already have. I want to thank Orlit for dropping off the speedlights today. It was really fun to work with. Be sure to subscribe to Adorama TV, and I'll see you next time.